Everybody, it's Robin Robbins, founder, CEO of TMT. I'm here with Chris Van Vladriken
Perfect, yeah.
of Scalable OS, and they specialize in helping MSPs to outsource, find employees in the Philippines. And this is a huge topic. I mean, I get asked just from the marketing side, how do I find appointment setters? How do I find list cleaners? How do I find marketing people? I know a lot of the MSPs in our community are using people in the Philippines for all sorts of work, and they're doing it because it's incredible cost savings. Great people in the Philippines, hardworking. We actually have a couple in the very hardworking, great people. Their English is great. I mean, maybe a little accent, but not bad at all. And so I know why this is a hot topic, and that's why I'm so excited to talk to you, Chris, because I want to understand what's going on, because people are asking me, and I don't know, it's not my area of expertise. Right. So I guess start out by telling everybody a little bit about what you do in the company.
Yeah, so Scalable OS is a MSP-focused outsourcing provider. We're actually an outsourcing provider that we try to make it not like outsourcing. So the companies that come to us are companies that normally never want to outsource. They hear about our solution and they say, oh, I didn't know something like this existed. Outsourcing for companies that want nothing to do with it. And what we do is we replicate the experience of having your own branch office. We provide the platform, so we're the legal entity that's employing the individuals. We're finding you the talent. We're giving you complete control of the individual so that you manage them just like you would manage any other employee. We handle everything on the ground, from HR support to payroll and benefits management, customizable infrastructure that gets deployed. Everything to allow
laptops.
Laptops.
I saw that on our member queue the other day. Somebody was saying, well, how do I deal with the laptop? And
so brand new laptop goes out. It's a full setup with the monitors, the internet, the backup internet, basically something that all our MSP clients love. They're always surprised by that configuration. But it allows them to skip straight to having team members in the Philippines that don't feel like they're outsourced at all. We're facilitating a relationship that is more like a direct employment relationship. Wow. So very different than typical outsourcing. It's almost, us falling into that bucket almost is a little bit deceiving in a sense, because it's not that experience at all. And typically what our clients do is they come on board with a position that's a particular pain point that they're feeling at that time. Could be an SDR role, could be a tech position that they're having a hard time filling. They get started with that, and it ends up serving as a proof of concept. Mm-hmm. So they get started, they get a win, they get comfortable with us as a vendor, they get comfortable in most cases with the Philippines in general. Sure. They learn a lot, of course, about the Philippines through that first experience. Mm-hmm. Then they call me up 3 months later, 4 months later, and it's, what about a bookkeeper? What about a cybersecurity engineer?
Data could be anything, yeah.
Yeah, so we do it all. Now, obviously, I didn't mention this before, but we are almost exclusively focused on MSPs. We built the company around working with MSPs. So we know the space really well, we know the pain points well. Mm-hmm. We do any position. So working with MSPs, a lot of tech roles, but bookkeepers, marketing associates, SDRs, we do a lot of specialized roles like Mac support, Linux support. We do it all. It always works the same. We take the client's requirements, the job description. We don't assign anybody to a client. We go out from scratch, we find candidates, we pre-screen them, we present them to clients. Clients aren't on the hook for anything. We have to prove the concept up front.
So if I wanted to hire you, do I have to pay for that, or do I just pay when you find the person?
Only pay when we find the person. So
wow. I want that in the U.S. Yeah. Can you come over here and get me some people here?
Yeah, so we have there's a huge delivery component up front to
100%, so, yeah. Recruiting is just, even like anybody who's watching this, placing the ads and doing the initial interviews and reviewing the resumes and all that, but then of course, if in the Philippines, not knowing the HR laws and the payroll laws and all the stuff like that.
We deal with all of it, yeah. So we present these profiles, it's a video of the individual, their resume, their skills matrix, everything. Clients decide who they want to interview. They decide who they want to hire. They decide on the compensation. We guide them through all of that. They ultimately approve the job offer, and the employee starts, they work for them. They legally work for us, but functionally they work for the client. So we tell clients, keep the bar high. Don't say yes to hiring anybody that you wouldn't say yes to if they were sitting in front of you stateside. Mm-hmm. If they do that, it's wildly successful, and we have to deliver. So, and clients hold us to task. They say, give me 5 people that blow me away, and I'm going to pick one, and we do it. We deliver almost every hired candidate in less than 30 days. Wow. Rarely does it take longer than that, sometimes as low as 14.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So I know you're going to talk about a resource you have about questions people should ask before going to outsource to anybody, because you get what you pay for, and you want to have someone who's trusted, someone who's, especially I love that you work with MSPs and our members. people that the people watching this are going to know, and so that there's a comfort level there. So give me like one little tip of the, I think it's a 15, is it, that you're going to?
Yeah, anybody who comes to us, we're happy to share a white paper that's 15 questions that you should ask any provider before you partner with them. When you sign on with a provider, you're really signing on for a long-term strategic partnership. You really want to make sure you're picking the right partner up front. Otherwise, you're going to waste a lot of time. I talk to individuals all the time that say, I've been trying to work with this other provider for 6 months. I've gotten nowhere. I don't have a candidate. I haven't hired anybody. So, I mean, that's a massive waste of time.
Sure.
And it impedes growth at the end of the day because most MSPs need this staff to grow their business. I mean, it's a direct connection. So
give me one little tip.
Yeah, I think full transparency. So rarely are providers transparent. They usually want to charge you some fixed price. They don't want to give you any visibility into the cost of the employee. We do that as a pass-through, a transparent pass-through. Okay. So if you don't do that, now the provider's incentivized to keep their cost on the individual down as low as possible, which basically means paying them as little as possible, which is going to hurt retention and hurt the level of talent you get. And then they charge the customer as much as they can, and their profit margin is that delta. We have a flat fixed fee that we add on to every employee. Doesn't matter if you hire a super expensive cybersecurity engineer or a much lower cost SDR.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and we generally tell our clients, it depends on what part of the country they're in, but we average 70% savings for equal level talent. That's our goal in every position. San Francisco clients, New York clients, they might save 80%. My Montana clients tell me 55%. It's probably the worst savings I see, but generally speaking, you want to be presented with options that are going to save you 70%. If you're not, something in the mechanics is not right.
Yeah, well, hey, I'll take 30% savings. I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so if somebody wants to know more about you, your company, get this report, talk a little bit about where they should go to get that.
Yeah, I mean, they could definitely reach out to our website. It's scalableos.com. Obviously, we're here at the majority of these events, so we're always happy to come for people to come talk to us. We usually schedule calls where I jump on for a deep dive with them. Personally, I'm at almost every event, so that's two ways that they could connect with us, and we always share information in full transparency. If somebody selects us, or maybe they don't select the Philippines at all, we'll still provide as much information as we can.
Sure, and where would they go to get that report, the 15 questions to ask? Where would they go for that?
We're going to have a link attached to this video, I believe, that they could click on, and
okay, so somewhere below the video here. Okay, so that's 15 questions you should ask before selecting somebody that you're going to work with in the Philippines. Because there is a lot of companies that are now promising that, because it's hot right now. It's very hot.
We see it all the time. Companies, there's a lot of companies out there promising the same thing. The unfortunate part is most of them don't deliver. So, and most of them sign you to a commitment that has to, waste a lot of time. So we see it all the time. Okay,
great. All right, you heard it here, guys. If you're looking for great talent, you want to grow your MSP, and you're going to watch costs, because a lot of the bigger MSPs, they all have talent in the Philippines. I mean, even we're doing it with our marketing team, and it's saving us a tremendous amount of money. So click on the link below, get that report, and check these guys out. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.